Okay, hello everyone. Just gonna kind of start this out and let you know how I kind of mix things. So with these two things, which one is a color and the other is a pearlized medium, I did 50-50 and then I mixed them in here. I mixed them really well, so they have to be mixed really well. Then, my cups over here, I did the Floetrol, which was about 5-to-1 with the paint versus Floetrol, and a tiny squeeze of the oil in there, and mix that really well with, where's that gold at? This gold is super what do I say? This gold is super thick, so I had to kind of pare it down. Hey there, Carly. Terry Carly. Sorry about that. Well, looking at your last name first. Okay. And so this mixed really well with the Floetrol and the oil. Kind of gave it a cool look to it. This one is 50-50 with some Elmer's glue. Same gold that I showed you. I can't explain it, but it just looks a tiny bit different when you put the oil in there. So these will be my two things that I kind of mix different things with, so I'll be fixing the cup in a minute. And then these are the two colors that I'm going to use to add in there. Please bear with me, my daughter is still up, but I kind of didn't want to wait too long to go live, so we'll see how this goes. Again, show you those colors. This. And then I'm going to get the cup set up so we can start doing some pouring. And I do have 3 cups. I'm not going to do a flip cup, but I'm going to fill 3 cups separately, and then we're going to go crazy on here. I kind of don't like to flip cup because I kind of really enjoy me making the paint happen. So that's just me, but you know, everybody has a different way of doing stuff. So I am going to start with the Floetrol. I'm going to take this off of there. Gosh, it's been a long time since I did a live. I haven't been feeling too great recently, but wasn't going to let that keep me away from doing a live because it does bring me a bit of joy. So I've kind of started out with the bottom all the same, so the bottom is the same. And then I'm going to add just a tiny bit. It's going to look like I'm just doing a little bit each row, but it kind of helps to layer it so that you get a good layer of colors. I'm just going to do a little bit of this because this is kind of dark. So we'll see how that goes. These are all the same, and now I'm going to kind of do different layers. So in this first one, I'm going to put a little Elmer's glue with the gold in there. And the gold is really, I can't explain it. It's so thick that it could be overpowering. So I'm not going to do too much gold, but I'm going to start doing different colors. So I have the green, and I have the silver, which is oyster pearl. And then I'm just going to kind of do different, I want to try to do different layers in here. If I can get the paint to come out. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of this on that one, a little bit of that one. I just go kind of crazy. I don't have any rhyme or reason, but I'll just start just putting different stuff in different cups. Kind of zone out on this part just because it's kind of fun watching the paint come out. But I try not to put too much emphasis on worrying about kind of how I'm doing it. I just put the paint in there and just kind of relax as I'm doing it. Okay, almost got that in there. Okay, I'm almost about done, and then I'm going to use these 3 cups that I make, and I'm going to put them on the wood part. Hoping I have enough time to do the other one, but I'm not positive how much time my daughter will give me. And I do know that the green in this burgundy color do turn into mud pretty quick like, so I'm trying to put some layers in between them so they don't get too bad, but kind of don't know how this is gonna play out for me. But I kind of picked really nice fancy colors in hopes that maybe I'll be able to use this as a decoration. Okay, so I'm thinking I have enough cups of paint, but let's just do a little bit more of this on top. I hope you guys are all having a good evening and that you're not up too late. I do save all these to the group too, so you don't have to watch it live, but okay, I think I've got them all set up. I kind of did different layers in between. Okay, so you could wear gloves, but I think I still have leftover paint from yesterday on my knuckle. Yep. So I kind of don't mind the paint. I'm gonna wash my hands after, but because this gold, ooh, I can't explain it, but you can see it's really shimmery. So I'm not too sure how that's gonna play out for me. I do have this on a little turntable. Not quite sure how I'm gonna work that, but I thought it'd be interesting to try. Where is my trusty spaghetti stick? Okay, that is my daughter. If anything happens with the distraction with her, I will try to come back. I do give it a little, little mix through really quick. Okay, so I haven't decided how I'm going to do this. Okay, let me see who's on right now. Okay, hello to Dina, Bernie, I said Terry, Patsy, Josie, Nicole, Mags, Susie. Okay, I think I got you guys all covered here. Okay, so anybody have ideas how I should go about this? I'm not going to do it the normal way. I'm not going to flip cut, but I kind of want to just graze around. So, okay, everybody. Whew. Okay, so this time I'm not going to do the flip cup, Terry, but I'm going to do that. I've done it before. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it with this one. But this one, I am going. I know it looks crazy, but just bear with me. See how this goes. Okay, I got 3 cups, so bear with me on this. I can already see some cells popping out here, but I'm not really positive how this is gonna go about, guys. Because I will tipping this in a second, so I'm really just getting the paint down in the middle so that it's gonna make it easier for me to rotate it around. And then I'm gonna do this one-handed, so you know this is gonna be interesting. Most likely it's gonna be really interesting because I've never done this big of an object. So, and the only reason why I'm not doing flip cup is because I'm greedy with watching the paint fall and I want to control it and I don't want to flip it over. So that's just me, but you guys do it your way. But me, I think my art therapy is all about just like getting lost in the zoning of the paint and how you could make the art happen. I know you can make the art happen with the you flipping it and everything, but sometimes it's just fun to kind of do a design in here as you're pouring. And if I zone out and I get really quiet, it's because I'm really zoning out on the paint. But okay, so I have a huge puddle and it's a nice puddle, so I'm going to start to tip it over a little bit, but I'm going to control it if I can from getting too crazy. So I'm going to try to keep rotating it. I'm not trying to make you guys dizzy or nothing, so, and this is one-handed, so please just bear with me on this one. It's creeping, it's really thick. And I kind of like my pours thick just for the fact that I'm greedy with watching it fall. So I really like watching the paint move. So for me, I like the time it takes to flow just for the fact that I can enjoy it while it's going down. Because sometimes the pours happen so fast that you don't get all that enjoyment of the pour. Uh-oh, did you guys hear my little one? She's crying. Okay. This will work. I'm just gonna kind of tipping it around just so I can get it around the edges. As we start going here. It's looking really pretty though. Okay. It's just gonna take time for it to rotate. We got my elbow in there. Is it too slow for you guys? Is it driving you nuts? For me, I'm enjoying it just for the fact that I can see that it's gonna cover really well. But I'm kind of greedy. I wanna kind of look at it too as I'm going. Do you guys hear my little one? She's calling me. I think her little pad died. All right, what do you guys think? Okay, I'm gonna just hang you guys here for just 1 second. And you can gaze at the paint really quick, and I will try not to be too much longer. Okay, she's fine. Gonna keep moving this forward here. It's taking forever, but I got some really cool paint skins right there. It's still flowing down. So I'm gonna let it do its thing right here. Get that coverage. See the paint's coming down to the bottom now. I know you could do really thinner paint and you know, and it'll go pretty fast, but like I said, I just really like watching that paint just move around. Okay, so now I'm down to the end part. I'll turn it this way. So far, it looks really cool. Really happy with it. I think on this bottom side, still getting it to move, but I think on the bottom where I don't have the paint yet, just to make something look a little standout-ish, I might just pour gold just right on this bottom part. So I'm gonna hang it here for a minute and kind of let it go down as much as it could go down. But just in case the paint isn't thick enough to flow all the way down, then what I'll do is I'll add a little gold to the bottom, just because I think that would give it a cool accent, just having the gold in one spot. But overall, I'm just going to kind of look through the layers here with you guys, show you guys. What I noticed is the medium that was mixed with the maroon color, it had a really nice shimmer to it. Besides that, each of the paints that I used, they all had some type of metallic in there. One thing you should know about me is that I really love metallic colors. I'm gonna lift this up just so we can take a peek at it in the light, because it really looks cool in the light. I really love this gold. The only thing I have to say about the gold that I use, and I'll show you which gold I used, is that and it's not bad. It's super thick, so if you get it, you can always thin it down. And then what it will do is you'll be able to make it last twice as long, because you're going to thin it out, so you're going to get more use of the paint. Kind of letting this paint, the final creep down on the bottom. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. And there are some spots, I don't know if you noticed, but right there in the middle, there's like a little dent. Sometimes the Floetrol, and then the way the paint combines with the Floetrol, it kind of leaves little lumps. And then you just get a little pin, like a needle pin. And you can pull that out while it's still in its wet look right now before it gets any drier. But I'm going to bring it up to the light really quick one more time before I drop it. Okay. And just show you the colors on it. Looks really gorgeous. I'm hoping I can see something in there later because these are fun to look at. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. Try not to hit anything. Okay. Put this one down. And so like I said, I was able to get really good coverage over here. And then down here, I think I'm just going to put the gold right there. I'm going to do that later, though. I'm going to add that later. If I had a torch, you know, I could probably pop more cells, but for me, I like how the look is. I don't want it to overpower the way the color and the texture looks. So, you know, everybody's different, but I like the way this looks. Get a nice look to that. Really like the way that looks right there. It looks really cool. Okay, so on to this tile. Okay, so for this one, I got all these colors, and Terry said, do transfers there. Hey, that's a good idea. I might do that. She said to do some transfers right in here. I might do that. I'll think about that. This was my first huge item that I've poured, but I like the way it looks, and I like the technique I use, just because I like to watch the paint, and I would like to watch it flow, so it feels good there. And then it really got around the corners well in some spots, but if it doesn't get around the corners on, you know, on certain areas, like right in here, I'll go back with the brush, like so. And then I'll just kind of, it's almost like a transfer, because when I'm cleaning up this pot, I'm kind of trying to go slowly, but I'm adding the paint to the spots right there. So that's kind of how you do those little corners that you don't get, because there's quite a few spots, you know, that the wood didn't get paint on it. Okay, let me look through your comments just in case you guys had any questions. Okay, guys, if you have any questions as I'm going, please let me know. Just know there is no rules to this. You can do anything you want. I'm going to show you right now, because I am going to use all these colors right here and put them in this cup. I'm going to try to rest my cup where I can take a video. Okay, so I'm starting out, and I don't hope it's not too backwards for you guys, but starting out with the white at the bottom. And then I'm just going to kind of just, I have all these leftover colors. I don't know how much is in each one, but I'm just going to kind of get crazy and just start throwing colors in here. And that's just usually how I pour, is I don't try to think too hard. I just start grabbing colors, and I grabbed all these colors before because they just like were like had a little bit left in them. So when I have a little bit left, then I do a big old pour with all these little leftovers. I could get a brush in there and really clean it out. So now that I got a couple colors in there, now I'm gonna just do like a dab of white in there. I kind of like the white more than the black, but if you do use black, make sure you I guess I would say make sure that you don't put too much black, because black easily overpowers the pour, and it could take away from all the pretty colors that you might use. I'm going to use, what else do I got in here? I do have some black too. This is a color shift black. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. Okay, and then what else do I got? I got tons of color, so. And then Kimberly asked me how much Floetrol do I add to it, and it says how much Floetrol do you add, and do you add it to last? I usually mix it in the cup with the one paint that I'm going to use, and some people do 50-50. I do more paint. I don't measure, but I do more paint than I do the Floetrol, so I kind of do maybe 80% paint, 20% Floetrol, but I don't measure. I just go and pour, because if I have to do too much measuring, it makes it not fun. Nobody likes math while they're doing art, so I don't really like to do that. I'm trying to grab some paints. I need more colors. Okay. Ooh, this paint got all messed up. Okay. Pour some white on top. Okay, now I got that gold still, so I'm going to use some of the gold with the Elmer's glue. It's really thick, so I got to just do just a little bit of that. A little more green. use, this was the maroon that I used before with the shimmer stuff. I'm just going to use just some of the color itself in there. Going pretty random with this, so I have no idea how this will go. And then I'm going to pour the rest of this shimmering maroon color in there. And do know there's not like one way to do it, because you're not going to get the same exact pour as anybody else. It's going to be unique and still going to be just as beautiful. But other people have really great recipes and stuff, so I mean, always ask questions if you want to know, but my pours are totally random. No thought involved, just kind of just go with it. And I've got some really gorgeous colors here. Like I said, I mean, you can flip cup, you could do it how you want it on the pouring, but I don't enjoy that. It doesn't give me great satisfaction, so I have to pour it on there because that just makes it more fun. So this color is going to come out really magical. I'm going to pour it all towards the middle like I did the other one, and then I'm going to tilt it. But I really like the way the colors came. It almost looks like the other, it's crazy, it almost looks like the other pour, even though I've used all these colors. So those other colors really just blended in. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. Let me put this to the side. Okay, so do you remember I'm doing this one-handed? You're most likely going to be able to do this two-handed, so it's going to be a little easier. I'm trying to get it so you can see it in the light and that I won't drop it. Really like the colors in there. I'm just trying to go little by little. If you do wear gloves, you know that's kind of a better option than what I'm doing, because I'm going to get dirty right now. But to tell you the truth, it's so much fun that I don't care if I get dirty. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so I got that corner covered. I'm going to grab. You're going to get a little dirty when you do these, so either just get used to getting dirty here. I don't get as dirty when I'm doing the rocks, it seems, because I don't have to touch the object and to move it and tilt it, but I'm starting to enjoy these. They don't give me as much satisfaction as the rocks, but I'm starting to like them. Okay, I'm going to let this go all the way down to the bottom, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like, but I'm waiting until it hits the side here. Okay. That looks pretty cool, actually. I'm really liking that. It almost looks like a face right here. Boop. Okay, so I'm really liking that, but let me go wash my hand really fast. I kind of want to add a design to that, but I don't know. I'm going to get your guys' opinion if I should mess with it or leave it. So you guys tell me. I'm going to kind of see what you guys think. Should I try to make some swirls on here, or should I just leave it alone, guys? What do you think? I'll try to clean this side up over here. It just, for me, I always want to mess with my pores a little bit. I can't help it. Okay. It's totally up to you what you do with your pores after you do them, but for me, I just like to get a little, I don't know, not that it's plain. It's not plain. Just find that I just like to just kind of get crazy with a little design in there. Sorry guys, I'm sorry. It was looking so boring to me. Because I see so many pores on acrylic pouring stuff, and after a while they all look the same. So I really like, his name is Rick, I want to say Cheadle. He really, he does awesome pours, but then after he does some really cool designs. But I like swirls. So I really like the way the swirls blend with the colors and stuff. Let me try to, I want to show you what it looks like. I guess you could see what that looks like. I really like that. Something different. I didn't mess with this one, so I kind of like the way that the look of it looked. I didn't want to mess with the way it looked, but next time I probably will swirl it. Almost looks like a bird's face right there a little bit. Kind of looks like a ghost or something down there in the corner. Maybe a heart. But that one I didn't really want to mess with it because I kind of like the way that design looked kind of crazy on there. Okay, so my little swirlies, I really like them. I think just the way the paint looked itself, it gives it a really magical, like a little twist to it. I could probably put a little heart in there too if I wanted to. Let's see. I just want to make it look pretty that it's in there. See? A little heart, and I could probably make a nice little heart right here. And that way it's a love pour. Put a little love into it. Probably get a good heart right here. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. I like the way that looks. I like the way that heart there looks too. Maybe I do one more right here. Pretty cool. Okay guys, I think that's it for the night. Just wanted to do 2 fun ones, and I was needing some relaxation, so this was really fun. Plus, when you do a little design with your pours, it kind of adds to it too, because you put a little personal touch on it. And for me, I always want to do something that my eyes are happy with. Not that, like, you know what I mean, just something that makes me happy. And the hearts really stand out nice in there. And you always want to do this type of thing right after you pour, because if you wait too long, it's just gonna be too thick, and then the paint will come out. So you always want to do it like that. So I learned so much from the acrylic pouring groups, but I kind of learned that they all start looking exactly the same, which not like they look exactly the same, but the design and the cells, they look so similar. They don't look too different. So I always want to throw a little extra on there that's just my own. Same with the pours. I don't want to do mine the same, but that's just how I like. Just want it to be a little touch on me adding to my art to it. Okay, enough about that. Let's see, I'm gonna try to give this a twist. I don't know, I don't think it, if I were to twist this when it was actually wet, I probably would have got a cool effect to it. So next time, these are gonna make beautiful pink skins, so I'm gonna let these dry on there. They're gonna come out really cool. Okay guys, wrapping it up. Hope you enjoyed that. I got a little bit of a mess to clean up, but no rocks tonight. It was just the wood. I guess this is a hot plate, maybe the wood one, and then a tile. And then I will be going over the edges that I missed. Some of them I got, some of them I didn't, like right here, and then just touching it up with the paint below. But all in all, I was pretty happy with the way it came out, and thank you for hanging out and giving me some positive vibes on these, and have a great evening. Bye.